Hi there again. A few days ago, I started this podcast by diving right in and talking about how it can be fair that the sins of the fathers be passed down through generations. I think, wow, talk about a heavy topic to start with. I've definitely got to lighten up a bit. So I thought I'd like to share with you one of the most profound insights I've ever seen, certainly in what we Christians call the Old Testament, what my Jewish friends would refer to as the Tanakh, if I got the pronunciation right. In Exodus, there's this wonderful story, a wonderful narrative about how the Lord is going to destroy Israel because of the golden calf. And Moses stood in the breach and interceded for them, and he was successful. And then he said, Lord, teach me your way. Let me see what you're really like. And God said, well, I can't show you all of me, it'll destroy you, but I'll let my mercy pass before you. You can see just one dimension of me. And he hit him in a cleft of the rock, and then he passed by him. And it's in Exodus 34, 6-7. When the Lord passed by, he said this very foundational statement about himself. He says, the Lord. And what about him? Well, first he's the Lord, and then the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, sustaining mercy to 1,000 generations of those who fear him, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. And then it says, but I won't hold the guilty unpunished. And he goes on to talk about the consequences of that. Have you ever read, especially in the New Testament, stories of Jesus and his teaching about the Beatitudes? Love your enemies, do good to those that hate you. And that's carried on later on in the epistles. Where did he get this stuff? Where would this young guy from Nazareth, who grew up with, I suppose, a normal synagogue education, where did he get this stuff? And one of the big answers is right in this passage right here. When the Lord introduced himself to Moses, he called himself Yahweh, the I will be who I will be, this self-determining person that nobody could control. He has all power. But in Exodus here, he explains to Moses what sort of a person he is. And the first word he uses about himself after he stops referring to his lordship is compassionate. Compassionate. And then gracious, full of grace, slow to anger, and abounding in love and faithfulness. According to Genesis, mankind was created in the image of God. The implication there is that we were meant to be representation of God to the creation. By looking at us, you could see what God was like. And the first thing, once you go past the authority and the responsibility, is compassion, and then grace. It's embedded here in the foundation of the Old Testament, and it goes through the Bible from beginning to end. And through the course of these sharing times, I'm going to pick up some of those references. That God, first of all, is compassionate and then gracious. Soon we'll have a look at Psalm 103, which will really draw this out. But I just want to take that away. When God describes himself, his first characteristic is compassion. And that's what we're meant to shine out to the world too. Thanks for listening. I'll be back again soon.